Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Clonks and welcome back to another episode of the FC26 Jose's Redemption Career Mode. This is episode 2, so if you missed the first episode, go back and check it out because that explains all of the rules and everything we're doing on this save, so you do want to go and check that out, otherwise you won't have any idea what's going on in this save and what's Jose's Redemption. I'm not going to explain it now. Check the first video out so you can get all up to date with what this save is all about. There will be a link in the description down below to that episode, so check that out now before we crack on through this one. But for those of you who did see the first episode, you will know what this career is all about, of course. We did start the last episode with the first game of the season. We had a game against Torino in the Coppa Italia, so we started off with a cup competition. We won it, that's the main thing. We beat Torino 1-0. It did go to extra time, but we did get the only goal of the game. Got very close to losing it, though we did concede a penalty in regulation time, but lucky enough for us as the Pata missed it, so we got through in that competition. In today's episode then, we do start the league season, so we start off with a game against Parma. We then will play Genoa, and then we will play a very tough game already against Inter Milan, of course not licensed, so they are Lombardia, which is a bit disappointing, but they are Inter, they still got the players, so they are going to be a difficult game to play. So hopefully we can pick up, well, as much points as we possibly can, because of course we want to, if we possibly can, win the league in the first season. If we can win both trophies in Italy in the first season, then that's going to give us a really good start to this save, because like I said, as you would have known if you've seen the first episode, we only have 2 seasons at Juventus to try and do it. Of course we could stay in Serie A, but I'd rather get as much as we possibly can done in those 2 seasons, and then we can then move on to another league and try and get as much trophies as we possibly can in all top 5 leagues across Europe. But before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to show you a little tweak I've done on the sliders since the first episode. That's all I've done actually, is change the sprint speed. I've put it up a little bit for both the user and the CPU, because that was what I felt was a bit slow, too slow in the first game. I felt like when I was running I was not really getting anywhere, neither were the opposition really, so I have tweaked that a little bit so that hopefully both teams will be a bit more smooth on the ball and when sprinting, because like I said, it just felt a bit too clunky. So that is the only change to the sliders. I think it's time to get into the first game of the season. But before we do, I am very excited to make this series for you guys. And of course, if you could let me know how well I'm doing with it, obviously if you're excited for it, if this is something that interests you, then please do let me know in the comment section down below, and also by giving me a like, because that of course lets me know that the video is being enjoyed. So anyway, all that good stuff's out the way, let's get into the first game of the season at home against Parma. Here we are then guys, the first game of the season, match day 1 in the Serie A, Juventus against Parma. Jose Mourinho can get off to a winning start in the league. This is our lineup then. Of course we're going with our strongest starting lineup to start this season off, with the 3 cams behind Jonathan David, and then obviously Yildiz. That's definitely not the formation I'm playing. I'm definitely not playing a 3-4-2-1, so that's a very interesting graphic there. And this is their lineup then. So looking at that side, they're going with a 5-3-2. We've got 2 strikers, Catrone there's and Keita maybe. Nothing too threatening though, some okay players. Like I said, we definitely should be winning this, so let's get into it and let's get the first 3 points of this new Serie A season. Locatelli inside to João Mario. Play that ball out to Yildiz, who is on, ball across. Oh, it's a good strike from Jonathan David and a good save. So 15 minutes in, that was our first chance of the game, and it was a nice ball in from Yildiz. Jonathan David just couldn't get it past the goalkeeper. The corner comes in though, and Parma do get the ball away, so it remains 0-0, although good pressing by Locatelli. We'll lay that back off to Copper Miners. We'll whip that in, looking for Yildiz at the back post, but he does get it away, although the pressure's still on with Thuram picking the ball up. Ball across to João Mario. Ball inside to David again. That's not where I wanted that ball to go, but Palmer do get it away this time. Oh, he's kept it in. Nicely done, Conceição. David's made a run. We'll get that over into him. That's a terrible touch again. Oh, but they're giving it straight back to me. Copper Miners. Bodies everywhere. Thuram. Locatelli trying to break through this Palmer defence. Yildiz. David. Back to Yildiz. Across to Copper Miners. And that is how you score your first goal of the season. Copper Miners again. He scored obviously the only goal in the cup game against Torino, and finally we've broken through Parma. We've been dreadful in this game. The game as a whole hasn't been great, but finally in the second half we break through them, and break through them we did with absolutely great intricate play, and I do really like goals like that, and that is how you start the season off, and hopefully it means that we do get the 3 points. And I love this cutscene. Well done, EA. That's a great cutscene right there. Oh, what a bit of skill there. Sorensen, Burnaby, strike from Catrone, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Palmer comes straight up the other end then with a decent strike, but it was a fairly easy save, and we've given the ball straight back to Palmer, which is something we're guilty of doing quite a lot at the moment. Giving the ball away quite cheaply, and it's cost us a goal. Of course it has. So we on the one end go and score. They then come up the other end. A poor pass from us, and Catrone gets a goal and gets an equaliser, which isn't great, and we concede our first goal of the season then already in game number 1. It's just, yeah, I don't know what was going on. Poor defending on my end as well, to be fair. I got to take responsibility for that. Poor pass, poor defending, 1-1, and 15 minutes to go. Can we get back in the lead? Thuram then. Can see the run on the right hand side out there. We'll play a nice ball out into Conceição. Cross comes in. David's there. Header. Oh, he's at the bar. Oh my god. Jonathan David with his last touch of the game as he is going off now with Vlahovic coming on. Hits the crossbar. Couldn't have got any closer than that. 4 minutes to go then. Still 1-1. Doesn't look like, it looks like we're going to have to hold on for this actually. Oh my god. Palmer then coming up the other end. Can we hold on? Strike, save, and that's going to be it. Oh, so we start off the campaign with a draw at home against Palmer. Not a good start. Disappointing. Once we got in the lead, we should have held it out. Poor defensive mistakes on my part. Not great. The only thing I can say is that when we do go forward in the last few minutes, then we did look quite decent, but we've got to do it more consistently throughout the game. So we do start off with 1 point on the board. At least it wasn't a loss. It could have been a loss. They did come up the other end then and have a strike right at the end. That could have gone in, and we could have lost the first game. So it's not all doom and gloom, but definitely room for improvement, and hopefully improve we do as we head in to the next game then against Genoa. Here is the Genoa team then for our first away game of the season. Again, nothing really too threatening. Obviously they got Grombiak, Colombo and Grombiak. Now Grombiak's a throwback to our Southampton save from last game, of course, on FC25. We did definitely drop points in that first game because it was definitely a game we should have won, but this is our lineup then. We have changed it a little bit. Again, we are not playing this formation, but we have actually put Openda out on the left hand side, and then we have Vlahovic starting up front. Other than that, the team is as is. For some reason that graphic is glitching though, so I might have to start showing you the lineups how like I used to do it in the performance page, because yeah, it's a bit misleading because it keeps glitching. But anyway, that's, you know, that's by the by at the minute. We need 3 points, so let's do that in this game, please. It's a poor pass again. It's going to cost us games if we keep doing passes like that. Colombo, Grombiak, strike, oh my god, and in the first 5 minutes Genoa almost score. And since when is Patrick Vieira Genoa manager? Size Junior, Friendrup, good bit of play from Genoa. Sabelli can't get the ball. Colombo. Grombiak strike from Messiah's Junior, and that's an easy save, but 40 minutes in, it's all Genoa. We cannot click at the minute. It's a mixture of me getting used to the game and the game not doing what I'm telling it to, but we definitely need to improve. And here we got a chance here though. We've come up the other end. Can we get a goal? We'll keep that in. We'll try and get this into Vlahovic, who can't get there. Can we get to that one? No. It's going to fall for João Mario. Will Thuram will go quickly into Locatelli. We'll try and go to Openda. We'll go quickly inside, back outside, back. Good bit of play again. Across. Keeper's there. They get it away. Can Locatelli win this header? He can't because the ref has blown the whistle. Half time then 0-0. Definite room for improvement though. We are not clicking at the moment. Hopefully in the second half though, something will click and we do at least get a win, because the performance aren't there, but if we can pick up the 3 points when we're not playing well, eventually you'd think the performances will come. Oh, nice pass into Thuram. Oh, what was that? He didn't protect the ball. He's won it back though. Group Miners takes a strike. Vlahovic. Openda is fallen to him kindly and he's blazed it over the bar. That was an opportunity to take the lead. It did fall to him kindly, a bit of luck, but he couldn't keep his shot down, and it is still 0-0 then, 52 minutes in. Locatelli, Conceição. Still got a Conceição into Vlahovic, strike, oh, and he puts it in. I wouldn't say we deserve it, but eventually we have broken through and got a goal. It's from Vlahovic. From his first start of the season he does get a goal, but it was all Conceição to be fair. He kept the ball really nicely, got inside, played it across to Vlahovic, and then a strike into the top corner. No chance for the goalkeeper, and finally we've broken through, but again the performance just doesn't seem right. But if we can just pick up 3 points, then like I said just now, you'd think eventually the performances will start to click. Into Locatelli, back to Cambiasso, will whip it in. It's going to fall for Yildiz. No, it's not. It's going to fall for Thuram though. Thuram, oh, it's a good save. It is us pushing though. In the second half, Genoa haven't really threatened us, so if we can go and get a second now, it should be the 3 points. Can we do that from this corner? Thuram, oh, inches away from doing it. Corner to us then. It's going to get whipped in from Group Miners. Thuram's there again. Oh, he's got 2 free headers now, 2 chances. Should have put at least one of them in. It's a decent header. It is a difficult one. It almost does loop in, but it just goes wide. But will we be made to pay for missing those chances? 5 minutes to go, still 1-0. I would very much like to get the second, because you never know, Genoa could go up the other end now and nick an equaliser. It's another good header from Thuram though. Yildiz. Locatelli. Yildiz heads it down to Thuram. He's got to score this time, and does. Thuram's been pushing, and he has got his goal, and he has made sure of the 3 points now. If we lose it from here, or at least lose this lead, I will be absolutely fuming. But the way this game's playing at the minute, the way we're playing, I wouldn't put it past it happening. But Genoa have done nothing in the second half, so if they did it now, it would be out of nowhere. Good finish, 2-0, hopefully the 3 points. 2-0 then, first 3 points of this Serie A season, and undefeated I suppose is a way to look at it as well, and a draw and a win. But it's about to get a lot tougher, because we are facing Inter Milan next in this 3rd game of the episode and final game. So hopefully we can get a result there. If we can take a draw, that'd be nice, but that's not the attitude we should be having. We're Juventus at the end of the day. We should be going into that game trying to get a win. It's just the way that I'm performing at the minute, it's just not quite there, but you never know. It's good to take a win into that game, and hopefully we can get 3 points against Inter Milan next. Okay, so just before the game against Inter, they've come in with an offer for Kostic. Now, Kostic is a player that I am looking to move on. Of course, he wanted to sign a new contract, but I wasn't looking to do that. And of course, selling him to a rival is like, but you do see these kind of moves happen in Serie A quite a bit within the league. So I do think that this is actually quite a realistic offer. Now, of course, we're not in a transfer window, so he would stay with us until January and then he'd move on. But we could potentially get about 17 million-ish. I think I'm going to negotiate this and see if we can get that 17 odd million. I'll go 17.2, so still over a million more than they offered. They come up a bit, but right, let's go bang 17, meet in the middle. Give me 17 million and you can go. They're not willing to give me 17 million. All right, have him for 16.7. So it looks like Kostic might be heading to our next opponent in January, to Inter Milan. But of course, we're not going to lose him until January though. But hopefully he can negotiate a contract and that will see some money added to the bank for January for us. Well, he might not be moving to Inter after all. Now, of course, I hope he doesn't now, because we've just had an offer from Roma, another team in the same league, for him for 17.3, which we're going to straight up accept. So obviously he has a choice now between Roma and Inter Milan. Of course, for me personally, I hope he goes to Roma because I get more money. But we shall see. It's up to him now, of course, which team he chooses. Here's confirmation then that Kostic did choose Inter, so we obviously lost a little bit of money. Kostic will be leaving us in January to head to our next opponent, which is Inter Milan. And speaking of, let's go take them on and hopefully get another 3 points and start this season off undefeated. The Inter lineup then for this big game to start the season off: Jan Sommer in goal, Denzel Dumfries, Stefan De Vrij, Alessandro Bastoni and Kirby, and then DiMarco as the back five. Hakan Çalhanoğlu in the defensive midfield position with Barella and Henrik Mkhitaryan in front of him, and then Lautaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram, two very deadly strikers up top, so a very good Inter team. They've also got Darmian, Fratesi, Boni, Zelensky, Akanji, Memphis Depay, Luis Henrique, Carlos Augusto and Josep Martinez on the bench. Our lineup then, we are going pretty much with the same lineup as last time. Actually, I think it is exactly the same lineup as last time, if I'm not mistaken. We've brought Dusan Vlahovic in. Actually, it's not. We've taken Openda off and Yildiz has come back in to start. But other than that, we are as we were. First test then against a good team. Let's see if we can remain undefeated. We're home, so we should be pushing for a win here. But I probably would take a draw just because we're early on in the season. We're not quite clicking, so a draw might be a decent result here for us. But if we can win it, then of course that would be excellent. So let's go and try and do that. Thuram, oh my god. Well, 6 minutes in and Lautaro Martinez has said as he disappears, "Fantastic EA, cheers lads." He's just scored an absolute worldie. So 6 minutes in, we have a problem. Ball came into him. The defence were just too far apart there, to be fair. And the Trivela outside the first shot into the top corner. Goalkeeper stood no chance. Definitely a very nice finish. And we have a very big problem. 1-0 Inter. Conceição. What a cross that is to Thuram. Oh, what a save. Jan Sommer with a fantastic save to deny Thuram. But what a cross that was from Conceição, who I'm really enjoying using at the minute. I'm not sure if it was going in. It might have been hitting the post actually, but Sommer didn't know that. He still had to make the save, and what a save it was. So half an hour in, is still 1-0 Inter, but we have a corner. We are pushing. Can we get this equaliser from the corner? Thuram with a header and an easy save from Sommer. So still 1-0 Inter. Dumfries has got a space into Lautaro Martinez, who's got a chance to come all the way in, and oh my god, did the keeper save that? What a save. I wasn't sure if he saved it or not. I thought it might have just been a poor shot, but no. The fact he saved it meant that was going in, so it was a good save. 60 minutes in then. Corner for Inter, it's going to fall to them, blocked, and the ref's given a pen. The referee has given a penalty to Inter. which again, if you're not used to my saves, then if there's a handball in the box, we have a look at it using a VAR check by using the highlighter to see whether or not it should be a penalty, because some of the handball penalties are very dodgy. But I do like having them on because it's realistic to have handballs on, because, you know, it's part of the game. But of course they can be dodgy, so let's see if this one is a penalty or not. Strike comes in from De Vrij. Thuram has got his arms behind his back. Never a pen. Absolutely never a penalty there. His arms are behind his back. He's not making himself bigger. I mean, his arm does go through his body, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. His arms are behind his back, though, and it comes off him, to be fair, onto his arm. But yeah, he doesn't use his arm to make himself bigger. So no penalty. That's going to get overturned. Want him to get back. Lautaro Martinez. Oh, he's done nicely. Oh, what a save for the... Oh, he's... Oh, is he on? Oh, he's on. And to make it 2. It's a shame the way they made it 2. If Martinez had scored, then I would have put my hands up and gone, do you know what? Fair play, skilled past me. Really nice bit of skill. And it would have been a nice finish. But the fact that that's how we conceded in the end. The goalkeeper pushes it down, and Barella, who is onside, makes it 2. Jose not happy. I'm not happy. And it does look like that we are potentially going to lose the first game of the season at the first hurdle, to be fair. This is the biggest test of the season so far, and it looks like we are going to fall short. Locatelli, Coop Miners, still go in. Nicely done. Strike. Oh, it's gone in. Coop Miners then has gone up the other end in the 75th minute, and we've made it 2-1. It might not be over after all. Coop Miners then. Still going. Thuram, good save, Sommer. Oh, we're pushing though. We've come up the other end. All of a sudden, we've woken up. Come on then. Can we get a goal from this corner? Cross comes in. Openda's there. And the rest pointed to the spot again. So this time it's our penalty. We do check on ours as well. I'm not being unbiased. I'm not being biased, sorry. Which is a bit disappointing, because I'd love a penalty and get back into this game. But if it's not, it's not. And it's not. I mean, his arm is up, but I mean, he just punched the ball. I thought the defender headers that, but if I'm looking at this, is actually... Oh, it doesn't even touch his arm in the end, does it? Doesn't touch Bastoni's head at all, to be fair. It's just a straight up punch. But again, it's because his arm is inside another player, but we'll ignore that. Like I said just now, I've tried to be as unbiased as possible. Would I give that if it was me? Probably, to be honest, because he punches the ball. I think it's a pen, and I'm going to give it as a pen. So we have an opportunity then to get back into this game in the 85th minute from 2-0 down. Can we make it 2-2 from the spot? I'm actually going to give it to Coop Miners. He's had a really good start to this campaign. Can he get another goal? He got the first goal. Can he get a second goal? Yes, he can. And in fact, he gets another brace. 3 goals in 3 appearances, so he's having a great start to the season. I'm enjoying him. Thuram's playing well as well. Of course, he's come off. But we have got back into this game 2-2 with 5 minutes to go. Can we potentially go get a winner and nick the game? Who knows? Chanaloglu, ball into Barella. 3 out a minute. Oh, he's just turned me nicely. And again, strike, good block. Oh, it's going to fall for Mkhitaryan. Good save. Oh my god, I can't get the ball away. Oh my god, Barella's ended up with it. Jesus Christ. It's all kicking off. We're not going to get an opportunity to win this. So it's either going to be an Inter win or a draw. And it looks like it's going to be a draw with a strike like that. And it is 2-2 then. I'll take that all day long. From 2-0 down, we got back into it. A little bit of help from a penalty. Let me know if you guys did agree. I thought it was a penalty. Like I said, I know in this game I overturned one of their penalties and gave myself a penalty. I don't do that all the time. Honestly, if that was me, I would have. If that happened to me, if that punch happened, I would have given a penalty to Inter for that. It just happened that in this game, their penalty definitely wasn't a penalty, and mine, I just felt like was. But like I said, if you guys disagree, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will try and take that into consideration for future games, because it's going to happen a lot, because handballs just do. So there will be a lot of VAR drama in this save, as there is in real life, of course. That's why I kind of like doing this, and that's another reason why I like having handballs on. It just creates a little bit of extra drama. Right, that is a good result, I would say, from 2-0 down. We are undefeated to start the season off, so let's go see how the league table is looking before we wrap up the episode. This is how the league table is looking then. So we are sat in 5th after 3 games, 1 win, 2 draws, 5 goals scored, 3 goals conceded. Okay start. Obviously undefeated is great. Would have been a bit better if we could have maybe won 2 and then drawn that into game, of course. Obviously we would have had an extra 2 points and put ourselves into that top 4, but you know, it's early days, and to be in and around there is still good. Of course, Napoli have started off very well. They're the only team to have gone 100% perfect, although I have seen here that some teams haven't played yet, and yeah, I'll take that start overall. Right, let's see who we are playing in the next episode. Okay then guys, in episode 3 we have 4 games from 3 different competitions. So we start off with a Champions League game against Monaco, a game that we definitely need to pick up some 3 points in to get our Champions League campaign off to a good start. We then have another league game against Verona, and we actually face Atalanta as well, so another tough game there in the league. And then we will have the second round of the Coppa Italia against Bologna. So 4 games for you in the next episode. But that's where we shall wrap this episode up then today. If you guys did enjoy, please remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from this series and my channel. And of course, like I said, leave a comment if you did think that was a penalty, or if you would have decided otherwise. Overall, I am happy with the start that we have made in this campaign. We just need to continue it in the next episode. And speaking of the next episode then, I shall see you in that one. I've been Clonks, and remember guys, take care.